to serve you better. We are doing a lot of changes to fit next year. The vision is going to take a new turn. And ninga roller coaster. So there are a lot of things we are going to change, and I'll be communicating. And inconsistent because planning is 80% execution, 20. So 20% is execution, 80% planning. So but the planning process. So nyongera okubandiza for the Ladies Guide channel, to the Ladies Guide Facebook, in case you're watching right now. In case it's your very first time here, we're always here live every Friday at 5 p.m. giving you all these things that money cannot buy, but make life worth living. Turkish Sport Corner, bebambazi. Turkish Sport Corner, tubane engoye z'abakyala, tulina ensawo z'abakyala, beddings, watches, perfumes, buli kyoyagala kyonna to make someone feel good and beautiful. We have it at Turkish Sport Corner. We have only designer and quality stuff. Quality means it costs less in the long run. Long run kitegeeza nti uwanga na kyebbanga ddene ngoye bwerute teruvaamu buzi teruvaamu terukutuka bituli time mumanyire ebbeeyi yakyo. So don't be cheap in the beginning and very expensive in the long run. So we have everything that can make a woman beautiful. Oboli mwami ngoyaga surprising mukyala, we are doing end of year hampers. Omwaka nga guggwako ddala ng'oyagala munno ng'oli serious. Omwaka nga guggwako ng'oli mu relationship ne mukwano gwo, kyandibadde kyabuvunaanyizibwa to rejuvenate the relationship. Relationships are rejuvenated just like houses or anything, like visions. Asitatokola bakita flipping mu construction, ekiro kirongoosa at the foundation. Kati ne mu relationships wota flipping nolowooza nti ekintu bwe mwatandikira muli mpaka kati mumaze emyaka 10 mu ki relationship olowooza kikyakola after 10 years, mumaze emyaka 25, mumaze emyaka 5, whichever duration you need to flip the relationship. And like I always say, gifts is a very good language in friendship, in love relationships. So mwaka nga guggwako sibira munnakalaba omugambe munnange nansulugaje nawe bali kunjagala. Margaret Kamani, we bali kunjagala. Deborah, thank you for being my friend. Thank you for being my ate obaddala nga tumuwasanga kyandibadde kyabunanyizibwa okubanga rejuvenating relationship yamwe from time to time. So we are doing end of year gift hampers. Ffe tukikutuusizaayo, tukitransportingira, tukidelivaringa gw'ogamba bugambi nti nsobola kyenkana bwe kiti ne tukuteramu obuntu obwo because we have all the quality products for love. That is Turkish Sport Corner. And we have a saying at Turkish Sport, quality costs less in the long run. So temugula bintu bya bbeeyi ntono bivumba biki, it's very expensive long run. Oyambala weeks 2 ng'ogula lulala, so oba n'engoye nnyingi ezitalina mugaso. So beera n'engoye 6 nga quality ojja kuwangala nabo. Olwaleero ankozeeko bamuyita Do Makeup by Dorina. Mukyala anoonyeza nanga Mariam leero nga tonnagenda ku live ngenda kukolako bambi ankozeeko era mumuwagireko. Oba olina embaga, oba olina birthday party, oba olina bridal shower ng'oyagala ka makeup, mwanguyiza simwadde budde ne mugamba nkolako bwanze saagala bibirwawo nnyo. So that's why the makeup has not come out like olugole. But Do Makeup by now quality makeup for brides, for any kind of party you're going to have. Omukyala yambadde yebulaka makeup. Togenda nga bwe bakuzaala ebyo bya natural, be natural tebikola, that is laziness. Be natural is laziness. Toyagala kuteekamu kaviiri, toyagala kusiiga. To me that is laziness. Any woman should love herself. And loving yourself means take care of those good things God gave you, the eyes, the lips, that is beauty to come out. And also makeup doesn't mean that you have to be too much. They can make up you in your natural way. Lips you just shine and you look like very bright, vibrant. So Do Makeup. Mukyala oba oyagala number here, come to my inbox. I'll share the number with you. Mumwe business. Support. Tofuna tima. Now which challenging. This is my student, the Ladies Guide. I can't be right on Madam Kunonya. Jagala kukolako makeup. No, come. So she has really made me up. Kanuka pimple. Ejagala is you pimple. What are you doing with my face? next week. So previously, I've missed you. We've been in a lot of things. It has been tight on my side in matters of time. And you remember, I always tell my students, sagala kujja kusomesa oba kuwa budde kintu nga sigenda kubeerawo. Sagala kuba nga siri present mentally. So mentally, ntegeeza nti njagala kubeerawo physically, emotionally, spiritually, socially, everything is here. Everything has weight. The man who lives with. So I can't be here when I'm there. I can't be here when phones are calling, So I was like, let me give this time. Zebidia will come in later on until when I pick up. But now we have stabilized. So 2 weeks back, we had a topic called Unrealistic Expectations. Byetusuubira mu bantu betwagala oba batwagala ne batabituukiriza ne tutabituukiriza ne babituukiriza oba ne batuukiriza ku kitundu. So every time people enter into relationships, they have a lot of expectations. Expectations of they're going to make me rich. They're going to be part of this vision. We are going to have a very happy family. They're going to be with us forever. Even if you're not even committed legally. We always have those many expectations in a relationship. And with time, when people don't reach to this expectation, people get disappointed, frustrated, regretful, and that's where love gets wild. People enter into revenge, hatred, getting even. So the reason of this topic was to bring harmony in yourself, in your loved ones, in your, in others you're dealing with. Olemeba subira mu bingi. Nabo baleme kusubira mu bingi. Ate n'okuba okusubira okubanga okusubira okubira. Love utanyuma. So, if you missed, our major emphasis was on reasonable expectations last week, 2 weeks back. Reasonable expectations mean ebyo betusuubira okubeera mu relationship. Buli otugiyingira, buli omu alina okuba ng'abiyina. Must. Ebyo byo reasonable kitegeeza obisaba nabagamba printing akantu obiteeka wali wabbali ogambe these are the rules of the relationship. Darling, remember, honest integrity. Because when those things go missing, you cannot thrive. A relationship cannot thrive without those 7 things. You will be pushing, wakane, mugane, but you cannot operate in a relationship where there is lack of trust, where there is lack of integrity, where there is someone feeling, someone selfishness. It cannot operate. So, we noted earlier that many people get into a relationship to find happiness. And it is a must. Everyone expects happiness. And it is your right. I'm getting married to be happy. Everyone must mind that. It's automatic. However, happiness, like I already said, it's your personal choice and responsibility. So 100% when why no we said to take up to jabila myself. Tojiwa mundo kumutekako ndajja wano mpasa ndiriwa ayinza obutaswaka kye kituukiriza. So we need to be reminded that when you enter into a relationship, omuntu byaba yakulaga byotambulirako, omuntu byaba yakulaga byewalonda ebirungi kyekibuka relationship. Kakati walaba nga drifting away from ekintu kyewalaba, it can pull you to think that either you were duped oba yakulimba oba kyalaga si kyali. So reasonable expectations, if you missed our 2 weeks back, twayogera 1, it was honest and integrity. I mean trust. Omuntu okubanga alina amazima, omuntu okubanga ali honest, kireeta okwagala, okugamba okuthriving, omuntu oba talimbalimba. So many relationships zifaluwa kuba nti there is lack of honesty and trust. Nti muno asitaka kusikamu essuubi omukwano gufa. So if I pull out trust from you, it means if I say the word I don't trust you, I mean I have lost love for you. Oli wagamba nga I don't trust you. I don't trust you. Kitegeeza I no longer love you. Bitambulira wamu. I can't love what I don't trust, and I can't trust what I don't love. They move together. So we looked at Patience and tolerance. A lot of things come to test a relationship, but you must learn patience and to be tolerant. You need to learn appreciation and encouragement, because if you don't encourage your partner to stay in, the relationship faces a lot of things. So you want to encourage it can easily come to an halt. You need to be present emotionally, physically, spiritually. Not half. Is not 20, 20, 20, 20. Only one. 20 only one. If you are not either 20 here or 80 there. But there is no in betweens. So presence must be 100%. I would think so. If you're 100% present in the relationship, then it can thrive. It can survive. Flexibility and freedom. We give a number individuality. We can never be the same. So if you want to be the same with another, alter relationship. So freedom must be, let people live, let someone be them, let them be. They are living. Living and you've killed the whole process of the relationship growth. So we talk about kindness and affection. We need some I don't like someone who's unkind. Kindness means putting yourself in another person's shoes. Someone affection, communication, So a team and every time relationships. Selfishness. All those things can kill the growth of the relationship. And lastly, we talked about forgiveness. So mistakes, error, we are all human beings. They will always happen. Yes, no matter how good I am, there is a mistake I can easily make, and it can kill the whole growth of the very good relationship. However, forgiveness should be key in any long-term kind of relationship. Why? Because when you are in a relationship expecting somewhere, somehow, someone will err. I just work one day, I just but you should have no for forgiveness. So in summary, those were the 7 expectations. Reasonable, remember reasonable. We call them reasonable because it is what every relationship, friendship, anything needs. Whether it is friendship, whether it is a romantic relationship, whether it is a partnership in the business, maybe the relationship suffers and holds. It comes to an end. Next, you take off. So we concluded by informing you that life is a process for those who never attended. And relating is a process also. You need to learn. Telling no one that you relating. It's a process you learn with time. So when you learn to relate using those 7 reasonable expectations, you find that a relationship rocks like other kind of relationships. So that's what we looked at. And in case you missed, please go to the YouTube channel, Mariam, watch that video. Reasonable expectations in relationships. So, if a relationship suffers any of that, then it cannot thrive. It cannot be a good relationship. So this is a place where you find only truth. This is the only place I speak the truth. So when you go against all those 7, with the time it catches up with the relationship. So in case it's your very first time on this Facebook, please follow, like, and share the information. In case you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe for more of these useful videos in the future. Once again, Mariam Nabuja, I'm an author, a counseling psychologist, very passionate about matters pertaining emotional affairs. Those things that money cannot buy. Yeah? Go in our account, send your account, those are the things that we talk about every Friday. So those are things that money cannot buy, but make life worth living. Maybe we said from in Make us sente, then you get a one. So every Friday at 5 p.m., we are always here to serve you, to enlighten you, to remind you of those things you already know. So Zimbanga Bajukiza. Then we do that. We are interpreting, we're checking. Yeah. So today, we are looking at dangerous expectations. Track reasonable expectations 2 weeks back. Today, reasonable, I mean dangerous. We were just looking at Ngamazima. Either malabisera byawe oba ogenda kakanyaza relationship effect olw'okugisuubiramu ebintu bitasoboka. The dangerous expectations everybody has, and by the way, they are obvious. They are obvious. Buli akiyingiramu akikola katategedde. Oyingiramu n'omuntu omusuubiramu ebintu. In fact, you have to just work around you knock your head over Mariam Yangambe, this is not wise. I should not expect this from somebody. When you learn the things, not to expect them from those people, your loved ones. Expectations are the reasons why we don't enjoy relationships. Relationship. So buli wobera mu relationship nga kakanyadde olwa ebisuubizo omuntu byatatukkiriza otandika okukola bwoti ogamba ki asukiga olowooza baakulimba ebimu nga gweyeseti nga gweyesuubiza by emotionally manipulating them as if baakusuubiza ekigenda okwogera ku lwaleero. So we have reasonable expectations, the 7. The ones we talked about last week, it was Mazen. But today, we're going to be dangerous. Dangerous expectations. Zilinya, we're checking it. We're talking about game Mochikola, in that Chikola, in that Najigram, in the Jamasa, the relationship we can be. We're without expectation. What do you come back? Chichi. Now come back. We're marrying Gavanja. What we called lastly, emotional blackmail. People usually emotionally blackmail themselves by these kind of expectations. So, dangerous expectations together studio one by one. And when you learn where you went wrong, it's going to give you that ideology, what to fix and how to fix it. Okay? Yes. But before I go on, I have just a small announcement to make. One is that the Ladies Guide books are available in the US and the UK. One of our ambassadors is going to be sharing here the numbers. Nahia is in the UK, +44 7939 25 48 17. So Nansubuka or Margaret can share their number. If you're in the UK, please, you can find those books from those people. They are the agents. In the USA, Juliet Usura, they'll share her email there. The email, you just email her, the book will reach you. You can always get in touch with her if you're in those areas as well. The USA, Aristoc, Old Branches, Kampala Road, Garden City, Acacia Mall, they have the copy. These, the new ones. Someone may be asking which book now. Right, so but we can always get along. Then this guide to fulfilling relationships and to happiness. This was the first version, but now it's obsolete. We phased it out. It has served its purpose for 8 years, and we have said thank you. So the latest guidebook was the first one we talk about where we go wrong, the mistakes women make, and how to look out for those small, mistakes we make pertaining to matters. However, it has served its purpose, and we ended it like 2 months back. We produced a new copy, which is its edition, the Ladies Guide to, I can see, don't worry, we are going to do production. Next year, production, full. Yeah? So, the Ladies Guide to Fulfilling Relationship now is a new edition. It has a shoe, it has 2 engagement rings. The one down is called Infinite, forever. So every ring you get, you just add on kakongo, don't forget, it's about the engagement first. Yeah? Don't rush things. You can really process it. So the book is going to take you through all those phases, and this is how it appears. So this is now available in all branches of Aristoc and the Uganda bookshop. That is opposite Christ the King. You can find the book and you can get it as quick as you like. However, we also deliver for those who cannot move. Which took us down to emotional happiness. Emotional happiness talks about basically emotions and how we go wrong with them and how to solve them. It has over 13 chapters, and each chapter talks about emotions. Emotional happiness is also very good. You just need to read and experience it. So if you're just here and you've never read these books, and you're part of this community, what do we stand for and what do we stand against? So this was the last one, the Ladies Guide Journal. The journal is an interactive book that follows the emotional happiness. It just simply gives you the pointers on how to find emotional wellness from within. So the Ladies Guide Journal is to heal you from within. So if you want any of those copies, please visit Aristoc, Uganda bookshop. In the UK, now here, in the US, Juliet Musurwa. If you want to be an agent in any country, please inbox me. I only want one person. Those are my closest. I will be banning now. That is the family. It's called the Ladies Guide family. Those are the ambassadors. So please look out for the books and let's dive right away into the session. Now we are going to be very strict on time. Dangerous expectations. Nobody can live up to unrealistic expectations. Telling you expectations is too much. If you push a relationship into impossibilities, the relationship itself becomes impossible. It is going to freeze. In quotes. So dangerous expectations are those things we ask from others in relationship, in marriage, in friendship, but they cannot give them to us. And even we know it. We are trying to force somebody to in fact, we call it blackmail in emotions. You're emotionally blackmailing someone. Okay? So when we look at these expectations which are not real, after some time, you will now go away. So we're going to look at it. Oh, they bring resentment, they bring frustration and disappointment. So let's look at one by one. Lighting again, they don't put it because the light has really been not good. But we are going to sort it out, don't worry. Content is what makes sense. When you have unmet expectations in any relationship, it leads to unfulfilled needs. So we have to be very careful on setting those expectations on people and them feeling that they are being used or they are being manipulated or they are being blackmailed. They're trying to manipulate you because it's about the feeling. So number one, expecting your partner to be everything to you. Your mama, your tata, your kuja, your accountant, your still friend, Baba Muchala, your mama, your sister, your no mutika responsibility. That is very unreasonable and it's very dangerous. Even when you fall in love, when you get married to somebody, I always say, and I always remind you, we say you stay as a singular. Usigala singular. Singular kitegeeza nti omuntu bw'aba ali mu relationship tekitegeeza nti olusiza individuality nti gwe n'oli mufuzi omu. That is in words. In reality, everybody is an individual. That is the reality. So if you are having uniqueness, you're more unique. By the way, even if you're identical twins, identical kitegeeza nti omuntu light one okay because we bali nange because nja light here light it because we didn't tulina kikumira. We are just sorry, you know. The light is not good, it's not good. But let's go on. So even if you're two people in a relationship, there's what they call individuality. So when you kill that individuality by making somebody everything, they're going to change for you. And of course it works when you're still in love. But when love again they can't get away, somebody feels guilty. How? They feel guilty. And this is what is happening most of the time. Because many people in emotional entanglements, when something is not working out anymore, someone starts saying, I gave up this for you. I was supposed to, but you. I started but you. When you emotional blackmail. You're blackmailing because it is emotionally. Somebody is in it because abanga sasula. Very dangerous. So that uniqueness, whenever you're in a relationship, please never lose it. You have to be very careful. Why? Because there are a lot of compromises that go on and you don't even see it coming until when things get hard in the future. So one of the dangerous expectations, someone is saying visible family. Oh yes, someone goes to be visible family. And these are things that are happening. It is happening out there. So one of the things you can never do is to expect your partner to be everything to you or to give up everything for you. Yes, you're setting up yourself in the future for emotional blackmail. Tell me about your emotional blackmail. I gave up my education, you have children with you. I gave up traveling because of you. I changed my country because that is now it is getting to blackmail. So a lot, you know. Why? Because we have refused to be individuals. People, you will never, even if you're identical twin, I repeat, from the same mother, same father, you can never have the same. Never. Everybody is an individual. So, number one, never ever expect anyone to change for you or to give up everything for you or to be everything to you. You're setting up yourself for future blackmail. Wakana. In love, it appears as if everything is okay until when that day when it is falling down the rates. Love never rates. Go have fame. Fame will rates. You can't be up forever. It falls. So even it falls. So when it's falling down, you forget the other part. And then we end up asking for those things we used to expect and they are not working now. Okay? So first be enough yourself before you get into that other person. Omuntu anoonya okumwagala kiri teyeyagala kanfuneyo omubeezi anjagala nange nfune ku ssali olaba ng'olinoonya mu bantu balala okwagala teweeyagadde. Nabagamba look for that video how to love yourself. Go in the YouTube channel, search Mariam Nabuja how to love yourself and look at the things you have to do. I gave you small pointers. Omuntu yalina okweyagala kwegamba otukuku omuntu okumusaba okwagala nga tumufiirako. Remember when I got everything to you, to give up everything for you, and in the future, emotional blackmail. I can't be ati mpaka nyama kange. Sakola chiri I think I walk out, let's check it out. We need to say you're being selfish, and then the boy is on. Like I always said, every problem you have in your life comes from the relationships you build. It is the cornerstone of all disputes in life. Poor choice of a mate, wrong choice of a mate, wrong choice of a partner. Nobody gets put on our chikumaliza. Era nagamba omuntu wefulafula nnyo omugezi fall in love and you're in. Yes, anyone who pretends to be very, very wise here fall in love. You are finished. That is what God made as an ingredient. So if you don't understand the gimmicks of love and you think you are very intelligent in other things, it can bring you down faster than ever. So, as you're getting into love, as you're in marriage, avoid emotional blackmail in the future where someone is asking you for something which you can't even return. And you have to sadaka your more years. And many people are in such shit where someone has given up their life because they are paying for an emotional blackmail they didn't see coming. You must take 100% responsibility for everything. You are an individual in a relationship. Learning these things is I just laugh at you. I've done research era Mungu ampadde omukisa okunoonya. Noonyeza amagezi nagafuna. Teri muntu ayinza kunyonyola laavu mu bigambo bitono bwe biti. Laavu oyinza kukozesa kitabo bwe kiti. Ng'ekutwala mu rim. Another rim. I condensed it. So, and I've realized that every time you see you have problems, you have issues, check your relationships, there's a problem. Be very. That's why I always tell, stand still. So what you so what you like about ku midnight hour ngense siri ugambe kiki ekintu seeko kyekyabawo nali nkola sikyakwa nakeera ngakumaca sikyakeera. What is happening? The problem is there. Era ogenda okuba boti there is a relationship issue, but you take this and serious because it's absolute tebirabika osobola kutola kasana kakunyonye kati obuzibu nganda kintu. So emotional blackmail, avoid it. By one, never expect somebody to be everything to you. No, nobody can be your mother, your father, your bitch in one package. Departmentalize everybody. If somebody is your husband, don't expect them to be your accountant at the same time. Accountant, husband, what's that? It's a mess. It's a mess. Within time, somebody cannot be an accountant to you, a husband to you, a father to you, So, every time you find you're in blackmail emotionally, check it. I think the funny fact is, with emotional blackmail, you cannot take it back. That's what you do. They don't want enough emotional blackmail. I wish them love. It has happened. Now you have to learn to live with it. It's like HIV. You need to learn to live with it because you cannot take it back. Unless when you're going to die in something, or a relationship is going to end up in something funny, but you cannot take it back. So now, if you're not taking it, you are better being careful. Don't be everything to everyone, to someone. Departmentalize yourself. I am a girlfriend, I'm a wife, these are my duties for now. Takuyigiza mchapera content. Echo chibuke takuteka mu my dear in one. Mutu kokola bwe you call. Tubasanga wa exchange. Because in very big years of entanglements. I've studied this, I know it. That's why every friendship needs department. Even friendship. Which friend would you take home? Which friend would you be on Facebook? Which friend would you put in? It is departmentalization of relationships. Number 2. Never expect your partner to read your mind. Do not ask him. don't check on them. They don't know what you want. They think you're okay with everything. And then you wake up in the morning, I thought you loved me. I thought you even knew my birthday. They don't know. I thought you were aware that today is our anniversary. They don't know. I thought you know that it is time back to school. They don't know. So, what is the solution for unrealistic expectations in relationships pertaining reading people's minds? Because let us assume Deborah is not an angel, Princess is not an angel, Jenna is not an angel, Henry is not an angel. You can just absolutely. The solution always is to learn to ask. I've learned the hard way. I've learned to ask. This is I ask. Change is to clear my mind of ambiguity. I don't want to leave anything in ambiguity. Ambiguity is taken to make it into chance. I come to you and I ask Deborah, I really need to understand this. I need to know. Ask. If you have a partner and you want something, ask them. In your brain, oh no, Bambi yandigabetayina. Otegedde. Oh no, ayina naye tagaba. Otegedde. It has taken away that ambiguity in the fear and by asking. Now that thing that lingers in your brain, it goes away. It will disappear. Why? You've asked. Learn to ask. Learn to ask. Don't leave things to chance. Ask. Always. So, when we don't ask in relationships, you're entering into what they call unspoken connection. They don't know. They don't know. So, to sort it out in a very calm way, I was requesting, but you've requested. The ambiguity is gone. Again, you take it and then you're free now to take the next action. But never ever expect your partner, your friend, to have the same brain like you. They are thinking what you're thinking. This brings me back to people usually send me messages. Someone can send me a message. One of my phones is always with mine. I always have one. So she may even read the message and she doesn't even return it. Then somebody thinks I've read. Mariam, but I sent you a message and I'm like, I've not even read it. Someone else has read it. So if you don't call me, I don't know. The message has come in, I don't know. So if you have unrealistic expectations from me, that's how relationships are handled. Learn to ask, okay? Learn to ask and never expect your partner to have your mind. They were a bad thing. I can't believe on Friday is going to be my birthday. Oh, really? Oh, your baby. Little silicon. Birthday, 11th of November. And guess what? They are idle people. Busy people don't keep the same things on their minds. They don't. So please ask. Learn to ask. Ichigambo ask is the answer. Ask someone, ask for information, but you've asked. It is going to kill that lack of harmony within you. No swan to ever sort of Gamakari, and when it comes to many civil wars, you don't speak, keep quiet forever. Many of the things. Okay? So don't enter into that emotional manipulation. The other one is called emotional blackmail. Emotional blackmail is okutandika okumuwa ebintu, okukuwa ebintu n'obitwala nga tomanyi kyagenda bikumanya mu future. Natuka maaso n'agamba I gave up my life for this marriage. I gave up my vision for this marriage. I can't keep it with you. I gave up my education because I expected to be my husband. He said, that is emotional blackmail. Yabikuwa neyeteekayo neyeteeka nga kutumanyi kyalisaba mu maaso. Bwituuka mu maaso n'agamba mpaka nyama kange. Otokalina n'agamba ita nja kuba bati You took up my time. But emotional manipulation, kwe kulowooza nti omuntu ategera byolowooza. Kwe kusuubira nti nze mmanyi byolowooza. Nga nange sibimanyi. I mean, you're so good with other things. Then there's no communication. N'onyiiga nga sitegedde nange nenyiiga tutegedde. And then the relationship loses harmony. So learn to ask. And the rule is, you either learn to ask what you want or be willing not to get it. Because nange oba tomusabi n'okimanyi. We keep quiet. It's like a scenario of a man who is vibing a woman. I think every woman has had this before. You have a male friend. You love each other so much. You like. Are you okay? You're one. I'm going married. Now, just like what a boyfriend could do. Being a friend here, one day, you learn to leave your person. This person marries you. Then one friend here, then on the day of the wedding or function, now because I'm messing up, you are really used to me. Mariam, you are used to me. I mean, to where you get I was taking the things I think you keep it as a friend. So even men, a woman is washing for you. Azalabana. From being goes and live friends. Namana gamba nakale Facebook ya Farida ngokola ali mugamba. How could you do this to me? Abbas. Who was I to friend? Kacholinga gamba mwana gwange. Simanyi manyo kabya mukwano gwange. That one is emotional manipulation. Okay? So don't get into that. Ask. Okay? Ulaba mugambe, I want this. Achukua obagana kutegereza nyo demarcate the relationship. Always be very sincere. The way you are. At Ladies Guide, my students are real. We don't have that in between ambiguity telling you. Okay? Number 3. Expecting your partner to be reasonable, responsible for your happiness. Sorry. Okusubira essanyu omuntu. Omuntu yenna sijja nagamba partner. Romantic partner, even a friend, even a child, even a parent, never expect anybody in life to be responsible for your happiness. Mm-hmm. You should always remember that your individual happiness, your individual happiness, was a little bit of sentiment. It was keen up. The way bank work with you, no matter how much I do for you as a partner, as long as you choose not to be happy, there's nothing I can do for you. Because happiness is a spirit and it is within you. So like I can't. Where people are giving others so much and somebody is still not happy. So it means happiness is not something, so it's a choice. It's a choice. So if you refuse to take up your happiness, responsibility, you don't want to be happy. Nobody is responsible for my happiness. Nobody. I choose to be happy. I choose to be sad. Choice yange. I read it. So the book is called. The book is called Who Will Cry When You Die? And the author was telling us that people in life must learn to shed your worry. Mande tulimokola wale also kama ujijako unataka wabali bonyaga ndio kunonya sente ila fees ni I have rent, I have bills, I have yachita shed your worry breaks yakamba muyike okutandika okumanya wemino kweralikirira mutenda kweralikirira mulekerawo kweralikirira mu biseera ebikyamu so abantu abasinga kweralikirira mu biseera ebikyamu happiness weno gifuna ate notaka kuleta engozi za worry worry. So 100% kwasala okubeera musanyufu oba okubeera omunyiivu dembelyo. Isn't that beautiful? So when you join your body to another person in marriage, in love, in courtship, in dating, that person is not responsible. Please understand for your happiness. buli kyakola abanga akutambulirako olugendo essanyu kuba inoddeewa dembe lyo. If you missed a video about happiness, I think I covered it. Yeah, I covered happiness. How to be happy. How to be happy. Nalimba Sumisa, how can someone be happy? Happiness is also learned. Some people have everything but they're not happy. They don't know even why they're not happy. So happiness is a choice and you need to learn how. If you missed that video on happiness, please go to my channel, type Mariam Nabuja happiness. Essanyu eryo waliyewa omwagalwa wo omunya mu companionship. So si ye kufuuka essanyu yange lijjamu oli wanagamba nti essanyu lyange lijjamu gwedde bulajjako ajja kutema ejjambiya walaba nga balitwala nga laba waliwo alikwatamu bw'ati ngagamba essanyu lyange alitwala. Don't put your life happiness into another person. Nze wano mbasomesa individuality. Live individually happy. Yes, even when married. Companionship is the thing. Not essanyu lyange lijjamu gwe. Era buli kikutukako. If you have ever invested in something very expensive, how? Which thing have I invested in? Nekimenya nga saagala kigwera wansi nga tukikwatako ekintu ekyo. Ngolako kedde munyongola oli agenda kikolako bwe baba nga akwata mu mutima gugamba investment. So whenever you find your happiness in someone else, that's how it becomes. Utandika okubanga bwe bakikola bagamba ne gwagenda okugamba oli wakati utuusewa. People put trackers in the car, trackers in the phone. Bali nga baspies abanoonyeza omuntu kubanga essanyu yayiteeka ku muntu mulala n'afuuka product bw'ati. Nainga mkiwaita emotional manipulation and blackmail. Kati oli kwa blackmail yagamba mpulira mbikoyi anoonyeza kunetula luweni essanyu liri walitwala ajja kutema ejjambiya ku mutwe. It is a setup. So please be responsible for your own happiness. 100% you give it yourself. Happiness varies. What makes me happy doesn't make Deborah happy, doesn't make Henry happy, doesn't make Sylvia happy, doesn't make Annette happy. You mind happy sekejja nyonyaawo. Noonya ebintu ebikuwessanyu ebikumakinga unique. Nze nga nabigamba ebyange mbiza n'okuseka mbiza okugamba bati Mariam, are you really okay? Nga happiness yange ejjamu ekyo kintu naye nga kyewuunyisa nga omulala wakikola agamba biki bino. Okay? I can cook and be happy. Looking at people eating my meals makes me happy. Yet other people may not like cooking, trying out new dishes. I love fashion. I love smelling good. I love taking care of my body. Genda kwa steam, spa, nebakunyiga ebyenjagala ebyo. And I like being alone in the wild. Netulako bwenti, netuli akasana bwenti. Nengamba this is just wonderful. Happiness. Naye nga tebiri mu bantu owulira tebiri mu bantu. Era wenkuwa obulamu bwange obutulamu oyinza gamba ono biki byalimu. You know? Yet another person, the happiness may be abeera mu kigulupu ky'abantu bakuba emboozi nga ye mwajja essanyu lye naawe genda maaso okikole. Onagamba nti nze wenywa omwenge n'engweri tulyanga ensi, please go ahead. Teryagaana. Noonya kye kikusanyusa. That is where happiness comes from. But never ever make somebody 100% responsible for your happiness. You set yourself up for a disappointment. Kubanga tebajja kusobola kutuukiriza by'oyagala. They are human beings just like you. One day they will disappoint you. Ate obakema ejjambiya. Olagawa why nessanyu lyange. So what are those things that make you happy? Please, you can share with us in the comment section. Tubulye ko biki ebikusanyusa. Toswala. Buli omuntu alina happiness ye. Olina agamba nedda nti ze happiness yange. Bwe ntuula ku keke n'enjirya. Ngimalawo. Mala agamba nti happiness yange nti yanze kulaba ku bakyala banyirira. Wawo omwami omu yansese. Yagamba Mariam, bwe mba ku Entebbe road bwe nti mbeera tulyabola. Nga banyirira nga weena bikusigadde. Olinga ntono. Ya uli happy. Wentukire Kampala. Mbasi kyetaka mukazi. Nga yakubye n'obufaananyi obw'enjawulo. That is their happiness. Wakigambo omugenzo gwa mwemulalu. But I understand that people are very different. And what makes you happy will never make me happy. Number 4. Tufunzeemu obutebudduka. And your boss. Never assume that you and your partner will always agree on everything. Agreement and disagreements is what makes relationships. We disagree to agree, and we agree to disagree. Because two people are never alike. Never gonna be identical twins from the same mother, from the same father, with the same background. A time will come when you will not share a lot of things. So people have different opinions. Deborah is right, I'm right. Someone may come and say, I'm Mariam, they're going to be my brother. I think I'm going to be mama. No, they are going to be my so everybody's equally right. So when you're relating with anybody, you just have a different view of life. Because I have a different background in the way I do my things. You have a different background. If you marry somebody from Afghanistan, bali ebikere bali snails nga muli bwa mukikumeeza gwe ng'olya amatooke na nnyama mukamala banno kibyalya kale yali agamala banno kibyalya buli omu mutuufu. So understanding differences in a relationship and knowing them is the beginning of harmony. You live harmoniously with the people, with another, when you're having different opinions. I love reading. Someone may like soccer. Someone may like just to be on the idol. It took me time to understand that people are different. And never said you were trying to bag your pocket. You get on a camera and start jumping on the camera. It's not easy to find me in a group in conversation. I never want to go get on you. I never to go get on you. Naza was a never to go get on you. But they are also reducing stress there. The one of Mariam Chicho. Oh, what I know. I learned when I read there's a part I read that said it's called the Marxist theory, which was saying live and let others live. As in you're living by doing what you love, but let others also talk. They're all ditched together. I never want to get a jump get anywhere. I think language together. You can talk, but you can't talk after you. Yet they will get up. They're expending their energy. So when it comes to relationships, some of the major questions in life are approached differently by different people. And that's why you have cross-border love, cross-border marriage. You need to find a middle area. Fruits is a little area. Grab your mind, fruits. Or Afghanistan, don't change somebody with your understanding. It may not work. So, those are the 4 dangerous expectations. Dangerous because it is happening everywhere in different societies with different people. So, when you avoid those 4 expectations from people, don't just wear a heart, don't just wear grateful, or just another relationship tojja kubeera muzibu wa kwagala kubanga nawe okiraba nti abantu tetufaanagana nagambe singa nkwambaza Mariam oyinza nze nagamba my leisure time is to cook for the dogs. Can you imagine? I can just get meat and bury it for and I'm happy. Just feeding the dogs makes me happy. Too happy because I see my friends happy and eating. I even feel relaxed. That's the only time when I'm present and I'm not thinking. And I do it me. I love it. And that is what makes me happy. Another person may see it as a job or it's not. So find that uniqueness in you and enjoy it. Again, much as you are married to somebody, you are in a relationship with someone, you are a singular. And you are purely unique. Don't get lost in that lie of we are the same. You need to find a little area. Bagambe was from Afghanistan, Galia snails, when you nyama. And this fruits is what give fruits in the end, that is new. But leave them to be themselves. So it's called the middle ground. Find the middle ground. Or cross border. Muganda from Mucholi. But maybe to be now, we maybe to be. Don't jump on his abia. Come here in the video, you want to jump take a video. There must be a little area where you 2 people meet. So understand these differences and you have harmonious relationships. So, bottom line, those are the 4 dangerous expectations in any relationships, and you must avoid them. Expecting somebody to be everything to you, giving up everything in life for you, you're setting up yourself for what they call emotional blackmail. Number 2, expecting your partner to read your mind. They don't know what you're thinking. You're not having any what connection as if your speech beings as in your mind money. You're not at that point. Maybe there are people like that, especially soulmates. They can think what you're thinking, but that's not the level everyone has. So always learn to ask, communicate. I told you how to communicate. Number 3, expecting your partner to be responsible for your happiness. Nobody is responsible for another person's happiness. We are all unique. It is you to take 100% responsibility. When you're relating with somebody, you marry somebody, you're giving them a chance to do what they call compatibility, to connect with you, but not to give you 100% of your happiness. Don't set yourself up for that trap. And lastly, expecting your partner to agree with you on everything. Disagreements are going to be there because you're different people. However, you should learn to disagree and then agree. Disagree, agree, and find that neutral area. By the example, you're more Afghanistan, you're Muganda. They can't buy a bunch of already. Who's a bank on the family is one. How do you agree? Okay? Find that middle ground where you can agree on how to live together and avoid all those 4 expectations. Especially number 1, expecting somebody to be everything to you and intermixing your accountant, your secretary in one. And at night, you go you sleep. In the morning, you're another. That is confusion. You cannot thrive in that kind of environment. To sum it all, always remember, if you're asking for anything which a relationship can't give you, the impossibilities, you're literally making that relationship impossible. Remember, everybody is looking for peace, and peace is home. Okay, so if someone cannot find peace in you, then it can't be a home. Okay, it becomes a battlefield, and who wants to stay in the battlefield? None. So harmony in a relationship is as simple as that. If you understand reasonable expectations and you demand for them, and they're obvious, everyone has them within, we just invoke them, and then you learn the dangerous expectations, those 4, and how to avoid them, you'll find it very peaceful with one another. And then you'll have harmony. As simple as that. And thank you very much. See you again next week. Today, we were just disturbed by some bit of inconsistency, but we shall solve it next week. Don't worry. And we look forward to a brand new topic. Remember, we've been covering harmony. Harmony in relationships. We introduced the harmony as a topic, and I told you this is most important. Without it, no relationship can thrive. Any place without harmony, any relationship without God, please avoid. You can't do anything any further when the harmony doesn't exist. We learned that law of harmony in love and how to apply it. I'm sure you watched and you are available for that session. We learned the 3 ingredients every relationship needs to thrive: reciprocity, real communication, and today we have summed it up. It has been a long process. Imagine that was supposed to be 1 month, but we have covered almost now 1.5 months. Lastly, we have learned how the separates on how to deal with realistic expectations and unrealistic expectations. And among them, I've told you, there are those which are reasonable and there are those which are dangerous. So today we have covered the dangerous ones. Last week we covered the reasonable ones. And when you look through all this session, you're ready for harmony. When you go through all these topics, you want to have harmony in your life, in your relationship, harmony with God, harmony with others, and harmony within self. And what else is emotional happiness? See you once again next week. Same time, 5 p.m. East African time. Invite your friends, share the message. In case you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe and share and hit that notification bell. Every time we upload a video, it's going to be giving you more and more value for your time and data. One day, send it to data. Okay? So we are going to increase some pace I want to improve some twagala kwongeramu ebintu ebimu. The pace is now going to get on. Yeah, we're trying to find a new way of doing things and to improve our services to you people such that mubanga mufunamu. Friday tuzifunekaza love. Midweek njaba wayawo ka life coaching. Yeah, life coaching. Twagala finding a day which can be very good and very at time kwatagana ne yamwe ndabe nti tukiyingizaawo inshallah if ready it will work for us then inshallah for sure. The vision is building process by process. Once again, Mariam Naguja, I'm the ladies guy, the counseling psychologist and author, and the life coach. Very passionate about women matters pertaining love affairs. The things that money cannot buy, but make life worth living. The emotions. Most of the time. See you again next week. Love you and bye bye.